Welcome back to OTR. So let's talk about the race for governor. You are one of three Republicans, as we mentioned at the top of the show, running, including fellow Baker Cabinet Chief Mike Connealy. We just mentioned him. GOP donor Mike Minogue. Democrat and current Governor Maura Healey is running for re-election. Why do you want this job, and what would you do differently than anyone else?
Well, Ed, I'm a proud Marine. I'm a proven government reformer from my time at the T. I'm a successful business leader, and I'm the father of 3 teenage boys. I can tell you, for me, the most important lessons I learned about life and leadership, I learned in the Marine Corps. The core values of the Marine Corps are honor, courage, commitment. Marines are the first in, last out, get the job done. No excuses. That's leadership. It's leadership in the Marine Corps. It's leadership in business. And this state is desperately in need of new leadership. Under Maura Healey, we now find ourselves at the top of every single list you don't want to be on, and at the bottom of every single list you want to top. For example, we are now 50th out of 50 in the country on private sector job growth. We are 49th out of 50 in the country on new business startups. We have the highest tax rates in New England, and we have the highest unemployment rate in New England. Electricity bills are killing working families. These are all failures of Healey's policy. She ran on the largest tax hike in state history back in 2022, the surtax. And since she came in around energy, she's done nothing but drive up energy costs and utility bills for working families.
You mean the millionaire's tax?
Yes.
Is what you're talking about, which has actually proven to be a bit of a boon for the state and has been pushed into education and transportation.
We are now 50th out of 50 in private sector job growth. Companies are leaving. People are leaving the state. When you look at the trajectory of our state and our economy, this was a growth state between 2010 and 2020. Under Baker, 300,000 jobs were added. Under Maura Healey, we haven't added a single private sector job. And that's got a lot to do with taxes being too high, fees being too high, and utility bills being too high.
Well, you brought up energy. It is getting cold. People are starting to I've turned on the heat, but people, I have.
I'll confess.
I did. Some people haven't yet. Good for you. So Governor Baker, he was there for 8 years, and Mass Save kept growing. I know you've taken aim at some of the programs that people are paying for on their bills. But what is your plan?
You know, Auditor DeZoglio recently did an audit on Mass Save, and what she found is that working families in this state are paying, and I quote, exorbitant fees and getting little or nothing in return. Governor Healey recently fired 2 of her own appointees on the Department of Public Utilities. She controls that board. And I got some news for the governor. It's not a problem with the crew. It's a problem with the captain. It's Healey's policies. She could strip all of those state mandated fees out of your...
But it's also the legislature as well. And there's a Democratic supermajority. You're going to have to find a way to work with.
Governor Healey controls the Department of Public Utilities. She could strip all of those fees out of your bill tomorrow. And when I'm governor, I will do that. When I'm governor, we will build the natural gas pipeline. Healey killed 2 natural gas pipelines. If we had them in place today, working families in this state would be saving thousands of dollars a year. Those are her policies, and I think they've been a complete failure.
No matter the party, everyone agrees that housing is an issue in the Commonwealth. So you want to repeal the MBTA Communities Act, right?
I believe the MBTA Communities Act is a one-size-fits-all approach. It's administrative overreach.
How do you expect to get housing built if that vehicle, air quotes, is removed?
Well, here's what we got to focus on in housing. We got to focus on all of that vacant land which the state owns. The state owns 100,000 acres of land in and around Metro Boston, in areas where the community would be happy to have you build. When I was running the T, we built thousands of units up and down the Red Line, but we own the land, we gave it to developers, and the city of Quincy wanted it. So when I'm governor, we'll take 100,000 acres of state land in Boston, we'll work with communities that want housing, and we'll build multifamily. But the MBTA Communities Act, which forces small suburban towns to build thousands of units in some cases of multifamily, doesn't respect local limitations or restrictions on infrastructure, whether it's water or whether it's schools, and it basically eviscerates local zoning. I think it's a bad law, and I think it won't work. What would work is taking all that state land and developing it.
Brian, thank you for coming in. It's great to see you.
Ed, thanks for being here.
Great to see you.
Sure,
as we continue this morning, Congressman Seth Moulton is framing this race to run against Ed Markey, how it compares to a similar challenge 6 years ago. Political Roundtable is next.